Hello everyone, this is going to be a week one video. I'll try to do one for each week. If you're watching this video, you've already clicked on the week one tab and now you're watching it. So first thing I have to share with you, previous video I was showing you what are referred to as the accepted browsers. I use Firefox for everything. I may have to just switch over. Google Chrome is the one that works best with Blackboard. I was just trying to show you something in Blackboard using Firefox, and it didn't show up. So, to be honest, either one works. Firefox does a lot of updates on their. They're much more a secure browser, and sometimes they will block certain things. But and this is why I'm sharing this, and I'll show you here in a second. But when you're doing the lessons and taking the quizzes and things, I would use Google Chrome. You can use Firefox. I'm just telling you. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second, as far as sometimes it doesn't show up. So these are broken down into quizzes. I don't have a better name for it. This is quiz number 1, the endocrine system. There is an overview for each section, and this talks about, there's an introduction, some of the outcomes and objectives that we're trying to accomplish, what's next, view the outline for this unit, view the PowerPoint. Now, if you go back through the breadcrumbs, love that term. Here is, now this is the OpenStax chapter. It's just posted. If you want to see it, you can go to their website. If you want a little background, read through everything. I like this viewer. You can make it, if you're blind like I am, so you can blow it up to 175%, move this in the middle, you know, that kind of way to, if you want to read on the internet, it's kind of hard to do. I'm going to go back here, but that's under that particular tab. Now, outlines and PowerPoints, a little motivation for you. There's an outline of PowerPoint and a review for each section. The outline looks like, actually, the outline looks like this, which this is one of those that happens to be a PDF. I'm not sure why I saved it as this, but the outlines cover everything that's in the quiz. Everything is filled in. There's a couple of blanks here that are not. I can show you where you can get that information. And let me go back here. I'll get ahead of myself. Here's the PowerPoint. So when you click on that link, this is going to come up. I don't want to go back and forth too much, but this also has a lot of useful information. I could, you can go through, read through that. That's what I would do. And then if you go back and look here, there's a review. So when you click on that link, here's the exam review. Here's everything that we're trying to cover in that section. If you want a place to start, I would start there first. Maybe fill this out. Take your time. The quizzes in AMP2 are difficult. They're not easy to complete. So make sure you've gone through everything very detailed before you take them. Also, under the study materials, these are lecture videos. These are broken down into 3 parts. They try to keep those short. They're 15, 20 minutes. You don't want it long. You don't want to click on a video and have it being an hour and a half. That's death by video. If it was in person, it'd be death by lecture. But this is broken down into 3 sections. So each video will cover a portion of those that outline that I showed you. So that's where you can get a lot of your information. And like I said, there is an OpenStax chapter as well. So we're going to go, oops, it went all the way out. So there was the overview, the study materials. Now, when you get ready to, there is a lesson for each section, and there's a quiz for each section. You can only do the quizzes once. The lessons you can do as many times as you want. It's going to keep your highest grade. So if you go through and do one of these lessons and you want to go back again before you take a quiz and just study, do some of the little things that are inside there, I mean, that's fine. Just don't click the submit button. But here's the key. If you're using Google Chrome, when you open this up, so once again, first week or two, there's this little late assignment notice. So when you click on this lesson, see this little box that opens up? It says click the finish button on the last page when you are done. That's very important. If you do not click the finish button, then it will not save your grade to the grade book. And anytime you do a lesson, always go into the My Grades tab and make sure that it's there. All right. I'm going to click continue. The first page kind of has some information, but these usually start, like this one starts on page, if you'll go to about the 4th page here. There's some videos, a little bit of flashcards. It says assignment starts here, 50 questions. Here are some drag and drops. If you you can do these lessons over and over again. Oops, wrong place. When you do actually put it in the right place, see, it makes a little sound like that. But you can do those, you can answer the questions, and then right here it says check answers. Almost all of the questions have that option. If it doesn't, most of them do. Okay, I got one, didn't even read it. But you want to go through and answer all 50 of them. Here's your score. This says 110. So to get 100, this number right here would have to be 110 out of 110. Okay. Now, when you get to the very end, just go through and answer all the questions here. And you can take your time with these. As far as there's no time limit. But down here it says next page. Okay, some references, the next page. Don't worry about taking these surveys. This is the last time we're really using these endocrine lessons here. But see that finish button at the end? You got to click that. Once you get through taking all of doing all the questions and you got 110 out of 110, then you can click finish. Sometimes, for some reason, with Firefox, that little finish is not there. So I'm going to try to save you some time. I would just use Google Chrome, period. Firefox will work, but just to save you some time. All right, the other thing here, okay, so that's the lesson, and then here's the quiz. You can see this one's 45 questions. Here's the breakdown. When you get ready, you're going to click this button here, and then there's the begin button. Now, you only get one chance. So once you start this, you got to finish it. And please have good internet access. Do not wait till the last minute to do your assignments. You never know what's going to happen. There's a thing called Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law, if you want to Google that. But that's the way it's going to be for every section. So week 1, here's the blood, hematology. Same thing. Here's the overview. There's Blue, my daughter's golden retriever. He's awesome. Always happy. You know, he's not registered at college for the moment, but here's the OpenStax chapter. Here, same thing. Here's the outline, a little Rocky motivation. Good movie if you want to watch it. So hematology outline, and I'll take this off. There's no midterm in this course. PowerPoint, there's a review, and when you get to this point, that's going to be gone. There's no midterm in the summer. Same thing here, some lecture videos. They go through every part of the outline if you want to follow those as well. And then when you get ready, here's the assignment. There's a lesson for hematology. Same thing. Watch, I'm going to open this up. Should give me that little box. It says click the finish button on the last page. This one's got 100 total points. Here we are, last page. Don't do the survey. There's the finish button. All right, and then I'm going to go back one more time. Here's the quiz for hematology. This one is 45 questions, a little bit about what each question is. Same thing. When you click on this, you hit begin, you got to finish it at that time. And the questions are delivered one at a time. You cannot backtrack. As it says here, no backtracking. So answer the question, go to the next one, answer it. You can't go back. And that's everything you're doing week 1. So email me if you have any questions.